puntahan lang natin na yung nangyari kaninang pag-aresto kay Franco Mabanta. Before yan, mga days before that, or maski kahapon ko lang yata nabasa, na meron kayong huntahan or hindi naman debate tawag doon. Ano? Meron kayong mga post na patungkol sa kanila. Ano ba ang tingin dito sa grupo na ito talaga? Lalo pa at ang nakasentro ngayon ay yung usapin ng ilalabas nilang expose sana sa dating speaker.
Well, think of very important ho na maharap yung extortion case itself, no? I think very important ho na maglinaw na this is not an issue of press freedom. Kasi ibang bagay yun eh. Ito po ay issue of extortion. At yun po yung kailangan ipaliwanag kung meron bang naganap na extortion o wala. Pero yung tungkol sa debate ho namin ng PGMN nung nakaraan, ibang bagay yun eh.
Yeah.
Magkaibang bagay po yun. And subject na po yun sa isang House resolution on disinformation and fake news.
Yeah. Okay. Mase.
Congressman, pakipaliwanag nga ano po itong sinasabi ninyong House Resolution on Disinformation and Fake News?
Well, very important po kasi pag-usapan yun dahil nag-platform po yung PGMN na content eh. Nung nakaraan pong panahon na naging viral kung saan meron pong nanay na nagpapakita daw po ng supposedly pagtaas ng malaki ng Meralco bills niya from 700 pesos to 7,000 pesos. No? Pero eventually, na-found out po siya na humahawak po ng dalawang customer account numbers. No? So, ibig sabihin, ang pinapalabas niya na this is one in the same household pero basically magkaibang household. So, hindi ho yung totoo. Pag sisinungaling po yun, it is disinformation. No? Ibig sabihin, wala naman tayong debate na kailangan pong tugunan yung presyo ho ng kuryente. Pero at talaga dapat tugunan po ng gobyerno ito. For example, pagtatanggal ng VAT sa electricity rates. Pero, hindi ho ito dapat nagmumula from a place of disinformation or panlilin lang sa publiko para magalit po sila. Kumbaga, the truth enough should be sufficient para magalit po tayo at para kumilos po yung pamahalaan.
Pero balikan ko lamang po itong kay Mabanta, Congressman. If this is true, how alarming is this? At saka yung sinasabi po ninyo na gusto nyong paimbestigahan sa Kongreso po ba ito? Ano yung gusto ninyong malaman mula dito sa kasong ito?
Well, this is not on the extortion. This is on the disinformation. Siyempre, we would want to see the extent of disinformation activities of PGMN or other related entities as well. No? Kasi, siyempre, okay naman ho magdebate tayo because this is a democracy on many things. No? Kumbaga, wala naman hong immune from criticism including the highest levels of government. Pero kung ang pinagmumulan, like what I stated, ay nakabatay po sa untruth o kasinungalingan o hindi totoong mga kaganapan, I think that is a red line that we should not cross.
How should people approach? Kasi sabi niyo po kanina, no, dun kayo sa disinformation nakafocus. But in general, how should people approach this case? Itong nangyari po sa, PGMN / Franco Mabanta. Kasi yung iba, sinasabi nila, chilling effect ito. But how should people look at this case, approach this case?
Which in particular, the disinformation or the extortion?
This whole
the entire
Mabanta,
affair.
yes. How should we approach it?
Well, I think I think it's a message also to the public na talagang we have to be able to vet all the information providers, no? And this is also a return to what are the values of actual and real journalism in both broadcast, social media, and print. Kasi ito ho talaga makikita natin yung level of vetting, level of truth seeking, and also accountability in its practices. Malinaw na malinaw, no? So, and we have to contrast it to yung pong mga hindi ganoon po yung levels of ethics and manner by which they report truth to the public.